Hello, it's 9 p.m., October 30th, 2021, and welcome to the weather update. Fairly cloudy day today. We had the rain in the morning, but for a good part of the day, at least in Nassau County, not too many showers. The rain didn't really start until we got back into the evening. Just looking at some of the unusual clouds, we had some altocumulus there, some really interesting cloud formations there in the sky. Pretty impressive. Again, they had this pretty altocumulus that was in the sky there. It might have been some virga falling from it as well, but none of it was reaching the ground. Yeah, let's get to that flooding. So we're going to talk about some of that. Long Island did not get too much flooding. There was some minor flooding. The News 12 made a big deal out of, but nothing like what they had in Jersey. Jersey had hit a lot worse. This is some of the flooding they had around downtown Toms River. You could see some of the flooding there. This is around Huddy Park. Looking at, let's see, here's some more pictures of Huddy Park being flooded in the downtown area of Toms River. You could see the flooding here that we had the water. See, they had the road blocked off, and they had one of the roads that the bus uses to get closed. I don't know how the bus got through. 166 was closed, so I don't know how they got the buses through on the 559. But here's Island Heights. See the road flooding there. So they got hit pretty hard. That easterly wind really piled the water up there because it was more of an easterly wind than a southeasterly wind. If we had more of a southeasterly wind, then we would have seen more of this on Long Island. So significant flooding. Let's take a look at Ocean County parks because they had some pictures too as well we're going to look at if it'll load. There's some pictures of the flooding too. There was flooding in Caddis Island as well. So you can see some pictures here. There's not a picture of flooding, but you can see the water there, and there's a flooded trail right there. You can see with some pitch pines in there, and look at this. That's pretty significant. So yeah, very significant there, flooding at Caddis Island. Okay, so let's take a look at what we got currently going on. We do have some rain returning to the area. Once again, you can see that we have some light rain on the radar, mainly light rain. It's all moving from, I forgot to put the loop on there, but it's all moving from south to north. You can see maybe a little area of heavier rain that looks like it's heading toward Suffolk County. So it is raining once again tonight. Let's look at... now this rain will not be all that heavy, but there could be some moderate periods. But we won't have the wind that we had. The wind last night was pretty impressive, and we're going to actually look at some of these wind reports now from the National Weather Service and see what kind of wind gust reports that we have here. Manhattan Beach got up to 59 miles an hour. Bayville at a wind gust of 52 miles an hour. Breezy Point, 50 miles an hour. Suffolk County, Eaton's Neck, 59 miles an hour. Other than that, the rest of those gusts were in the 40s. Coast Guard, Fire Island, 46 miles an hour. Look at Larchmont Harbor, though. 64-mile-an-hour wind gust at some of these maritime stations here. Off of Atlantic Beach, 15 miles south of Atlantic Beach, a 54-mile-an-hour wind gust. So out over the water, the winds were stronger. But I'd like to see the wind reports for Mount Holly. And, of course, they don't put them up on their website. They always hide it. And we have to go and look into the forecasts, text products, and find the public information statement. And here we'll have the latest wind gusts for the storm. So let's see what we got. Look at that. Atlantic City, a 60-mile-an-hour wind gust. At Atlantic City, the airport had a 52-mile-an-hour. They got hit a lot worse. Cape May, Ocean City, 62-mile-an-hour wind gust. So that just pushed the water on. Look at Tuckerton. 69-mile-an-hour wind gust in Tuckerton in Ocean County. Seaside Heights, 66 miles an hour. So they had a lot worse. 60-mile-an-hour wind gust at Barnegat Light. Island Beach had a wind gust of 57. So, yeah, they got hit a lot worse with the wind. A lot worse with the wind than we did. That's for sure. And we have to. We're fortunately we're done with that, and the flooding should subside. But we do have more rain on the way. We did get the clearing. Let's take a look at some of this. This is another thing, a tweet from the National Weather Service here at some of the wind gusts here. 12-hour peak winds. This is another look around the region here. And you can see Eaton's Neck, Manhattan Beach up there. But Jersey got the worst of it. They got the worst. And again, because that wind was from the east, it really pushed it onto their coastline more than ours. East wind is more parallel to our coastline. But if it was more southeast, then that would have been us. So next time it may very well be us. So let's go look at the satellite, and you'll see here that you can see that moisture feed. We have one more little band of moisture coming through. You see that little break we had in the afternoon there, but some more moisture coming through. This will be the final batch of moisture. You can see this huge upper level low. Let's look at the CONUS view. So get a look at this huge upper level low here. There it is. You can see it right there. Huge upper level low. And there's that moisture feed literally coming all the way from the tropics. So you follow that moisture feed all the way up into the east. And there's your low right here. So it's a huge system, as you see right here. It's a huge system that's kind of cut off, and it's not really in a hurry to leave. But it will eventually get on out of here. Looking at our current conditions right now, we have temperatures in the upper 50s. A little damp out there. Still the east winds. A little warmer in Jersey, closer to 60. Let me just look at the rainfall amounts that we had for the day. And I don't think that's the full rainfall amount. Let me move this back to 29th so we get the full rainfall amounts here. Not a huge amount of rain. It wasn't like the last storm. We've had a half an inch to 3/4 of an inch of rain over Long Island. Let's see what New Jersey got. Around the same, half an inch to 3/4 of an inch, and we're going to probably get another half an inch tonight, probably. So let's go look at we have on the models, and you can see here's our low pressure system now slowly moving away tomorrow, and we will have more improving conditions tomorrow, and then we have a much better weather pattern setting up as we head into this week. We have a high pressure that will be building down, and you will see here that'll give us a dry, cool flow. We have a storm that might try to develop offshore. Right now, the model seems to want to suppress that down. We have a high building in, and we're getting into a much colder pattern. You'll see that with the northwest flow. And then toward the end of the period, it looks like it's generating a monster storm, but that's way at the end of the period. So let's go to the HRRR. I don't know how much of that we've got in, but hopefully enough of the 0Z just to get us through most of tomorrow. And it is. So we'll have this rain tonight, and it should end by morning, and then we'll have partly sunny skies, and maybe HRRR has a few scattered, maybe sprinkles or maybe light showers around that might develop in the afternoon. They'll be very widely scattered, I think. If we wanted to go further out, we'd have to use the 18Z run of the HRRR, and you'll see just a couple of scattered showers. And after that, that's it. We have a strong northwest flow, as you see there. Look at our dew point on here as well, which will kind of show the wind here, and you'll see the winds go from east to west. And we still don't see the dew points drop that low tomorrow. That's probably why we have enough moisture to generate a couple of widely scattered showers. But then as we get into Monday, the dew points really drop, and we have dry air with dew points in the 30s. You'll notice that westerly wind, which will probably mean a high. Tomorrow will be sort of on the mild side, perhaps. Yeah, we'll probably be up in the low to mid 60s, so a little bit above normal. And then as we head a little bit above normal for your Halloween, but the evening temperatures are going to drop when people come out to trick or treat. Temperatures will drop into the 50s, and by morning probably 40s. And then as we get into Monday, be a much cooler day with highs only in the 50s. Looks like, according to probably only upper 50s, maybe close to 60 degrees on Monday. And then as we get beyond that, you'll see it's much cooler. Look at Tuesday. We're much, much cooler weather all week long. You'll see much cooler weather. So we're going to be in much colder weather pattern as we get into this week. and we can say goodbye to all the warm weather finally as we get into more fall-like temperatures. Let's look at the skies. Tomorrow, obviously, partly sunny GFS. This is the GFS low resolution. You'll see Monday will be a really nice day with mostly clear skies. Tuesday, we'll probably have some more clouds around. Then Wednesday, we clear it out again. And then more clouds for Thursday. And then pushing those clouds south of the area by next weekend. So we're in a good pattern right now. It's looking a lot better than what we've been dealing with. Let's look at a few other models for the skies. Let's go to the RGM next. So this is the RGM. You can see starting off with all those clouds, but we could have some partly sunny conditions, some breaks of sun. It probably won't be clear at any point tomorrow. We'll have some partly sunny conditions. And then as we get into Monday, that's when it'll be a mostly sunny day. Should be a nice mostly sunny day. And then Tuesday we'll have some clouds, but it'll just be of the high variety. So I think that's just going to wrap up this weather update. Again, so improving weather for tomorrow. I'll look at the NAM skies as well for tomorrow. We can do that as well. Here's the NAM skies, and you'll see it'll be sun, but there'll be plenty of clouds around with the sun. Monday will be more of a nice sunny sky with a sunny day with a blue sky. So it'll be much better that day. So I guess that's going to wrap up this weather update. Again, it's just crazy what we're seeing with the climate, and continue to see these really unusual storms and unusual precipitation this month. Oh, speaking of precipitation here, I forgot to put in the total accumulated precip. So I just wanted to show you that. We'll go to the HRRR. So it's like it feels like I'm forgetting something. So this is what we have. It's not going to be all that much more rain as we wrap up the month for tomorrow. And tomorrow we'll talk about, hopefully have some data about October, which I'm sure is above normal with temperatures, which is going to be I'm sure it was a very, very warm October as we look at what's happening in the climate here. And like I said, these storms, the flooding, it's only going to get worse as we deal with warmer oceans. Warmer oceans mean several things. And again, we're going to go to that earthnullschool.net just to show you these warm oceans here. So we'll go to sea surface temperature anomaly. Here's sea surface temperature anomaly. And you can see all that warm water off the east coast there and up in Hudson Bay too. And this all affects ice, So you have warmer water. This breeds stronger storms. Warmer water also means warmer water actually expands. It takes up more space than cold water. So that also makes the sea levels higher. Then you have the sea levels also going up due to the ice melting, all the glaciers melting, which we're continuing to see. There's a lot of melt in Greenland this year. We don't know if we're going to get that ice back. As we have less and less sea ice as well. So all these things basically mean if you live right along the coast, especially if you live on the South Shore and along the Jersey Shore, anywhere that's within a mile or two, a few miles of the water, you're going to have to deal with flooding more and more. That is the reality of it. And again, look at these bright colors. This is a 13-degree anomaly in the sea surface temperature over here. The sea surface temperature is 13 degrees warmer than it's supposed to be. That is absolutely incredible, and this is what fuels these storms. And the storms, on top of the higher ocean waters, the storm's just going to push the water that much further. So this is something, even if you live along Sunrise Highway, that you need to be concerned about. But everybody is so focused on how the South Shore is just a prosperous place to be. It's where the Wall Street people are. Mother Nature doesn't care about that. And the South Shore is on borrowed time, as well as many areas along the coastline. We're going to see a lot of our beautiful coastline start going underwater as we deal with these consequences of climate change. It's unfortunate that some people don't realize just how bad things are. But that's going to wrap up this weather update. And take care, and have a good Halloween.